So you want to start your lure fishing journey? Well, today I'm going to share with you 2 different techniques that are going to help you increase your catch here in any river system in Australia. And even if you're an experienced angler that has been using lures for a long period of time, stick around because I'm going to share with you some more advanced techniques right towards the end. But that's enough talking, let's get straight into the episode. So the 2 setups that I'm using today are purpose built for each different technique. The first one I want to talk about is our soft plastics rod. It's the Daiwa RevRos 702 LFS, 2,500 size crossfire reel. I've got 8-pound braid and 12-pound leader on, matched with a Daiwa wave minnow with a 1/6 ounce jig head. So that's that setup. Very light, very fast taper, so it can be very finicky with your techniques, and using that double flick or the single flick or any different type of soft plastic technique is very good with this rod and reel. It is 7 foot long as well, so you are going to absolutely cast a mile whether you are land-based or in a boat. The second setup is the Daiwa Legalis 702 ULFS, 1 to 2 kilo rod. Such a cool little rod and reel. Matched with I've got the Daiwa Crossfire 2000 size reel, 6-pound braid, 8-pound leader, a little bit lighter than the soft plastic setup, mainly because of the fish we're targeting. We're targeting brim, whiting, and smaller tailor up on the flat. So having that lighter leader might mean we get some more bites. Tied to the end of the leader is the Daiwa Slippery Dog 65F in Anamite color. One of the best surface lures that you can use in any situation in the rivers. First fish in the morning. Nothing big. It's a little snap. Little snapper. Nice little snapper to start the morning. See you, mate. Alright, let's get another cast out there, see if we can't catch another fish. So we're casting right at an edge here. We've got a sand flat that's really shallow at the moment. We've got a run-in tide, and it's the top of the new moon phase. There's a lot of prawns and a lot of bait activity about, so I'm using the wave minnow at the moment. Just because the water's a bit dirty as well. We've had a fair bit of rain over the last couple of days and it's really dirtied up the water. And so that wave minnow just really works well in pretty much every situation, but also really works well in this particular situation. So I'm just going to keep casting along this flat, on the edge of this flat and the drop off, and keep chasing these fish. There's a few little slurps around just in front of me here. I've got my top water set up ready to go. I might just have a keep looking around, seeing what's what. I'm going to keep fishing with this plastic right now. Be nice to get a few good flathead. Be also pretty cool to see some stuff busting up on the surface as well and get some top water action going. Yeah, there's definitely some fish going off up here. Let's grab that. Grab my top water set up quickly. Oh. Yeah. Saw some fish just working the surface near where I was. As always, just cast out the slippery dog, see what's going on, and a tailor comes along and just hammers it. Surface takes, man. Surface takes, man. You just can't beat them. Oh. There we go. Whew. Lovely little tailor. Nothing special, but he's hammered that slippery dog. Just saw a little bit of surface action having right in front of me while I was working that soft plastic, and pays to have that top water lure set up ready to go. And this guy come along and just absolutely hammered it. But yeah, let's put him back, hey? Yeah. Next cast, literally. I just gave it 2 twitches and then boom, we've got a fish. I don't know what fish it is. It doesn't feel that big. Another little tailor. Put him back. So the situation we've got here, we've got a big shallow sand flat here. So fishing the Port Acking here, we've got main bar out here, which is a huge, wide, expansive sand flat. And we've got a really strong run-in tide. It's new moon phase at the moment and the tides are bigger. We've had a bit of rain about as well, and that run-in tide's gonna bring in some fresh salt water. So instead of going up on the flats, because the flats are full of dirty rainwater, the fish are sort of hanging on the edges where there's a bit more, I guess, salt water, and looking for those edges and fishing those edges have proven to be quite good so far. So far, I just saw a fish bust up. So far, we started with the soft plastic because I thought surface wouldn't be that good after all the rain that we've had. And so I started with using the soft plastic and found a few fish, that one little snapper, and got a few nice bites. But then there's just been a bit of surface action right on the edge here. And so I've had the slippery dog ready just in case, and I've managed to catch 2 nice tailors so far and a few really good follows on the surface. So it just pays to have those 2 different setups rigged for 2 different styles of fishing. Oh, and he ate it right at the boat. A pike. A pike ate it right next to the boat. That's so weird. Okay, buddy. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep working this flat here with this surface lure. See if we can't keep catching them. Alright, let's get another cast out there. When it's like this and there's, you know, a lot of fish feeding and actively feeding in and around where I'm fishing, often that continuous twitch is the retrieve you want to do with this slippy dog. When it's less busy and there's not as often fish busting up, then that like twitch pause really works well too. But it also depends on the fish you're targeting. The twitch pause works really well for, and there's a fish behind my lure. So twitch pause works really well for brim, estuary perch, occasionally whiting. Those are the 2 main ones, brim and estuary perch. Trevally as well, but that sort of continuous one works for 90% of the fish. And it's just about getting them excited. Don't stop, just keep twitching. Even if you see something on the back of your lure, just keep twitching it, because they're gonna keep coming for it. Yeah, one on it again. Oh. Another advantage I've got here today is I've got the wind behind me, but I'm pushing into the tide. So I've got wind against tide, which is such a good situation for fishing with like light surface walkers. There's another fish is just absolutely right behind it. Pause it for a second. Yeah, right on that edge. Hammered it. Oh no. Oh no, he's still there. Oh, it's a brim. I haven't caught a brim on surface. That's cool. I've never caught a brim on surface. Oh yeah. Woo, that's exciting. Never caught a brim on surface lure. Have a look at that. Yellowfin brim on the slippery dog. Pretty cool, man. First brim on a surface lure. Never really target them on surface, but this guy's just hanging on that current edge. And yeah, whoa, there was another little bust up. Where was that? Oh my God, just over there on my left. But yeah, so cool, man. So cool. So straight up in that direction is where the running tide's coming. So it's coming towards the camera as we're looking at it. And we've got this current line that is just running along the edge of this flat. And all I'm doing is casting over and past that current line and working my surface lure past it. And as soon as it goes past that current line, there's fish everywhere. And one just busted up about 2 meters from me. So yeah, there's fish everywhere. Let's keep going. The fish behind it. I think that was a whiting that came out of the water to grab that. No, another pike. That's great. These pike are so weird, man. Oh, eat it. Yeah. Oh, I ripped it out of his mouth. And try a fly. Try a fly rod.
This is a warning from the past. To make sure you're learning from mistakes that you did last. Send me a letter when you're done, evaluating what your short life has become. You should know. You should know. Don't try to cover.
Well, fly fishing for me is probably the hardest skill I've ever tried to learn in fishing. It didn't work this time, but it won't be the last time I pull the wand out, that's for sure.
But for now, it's time to pull out the trusty 1 to 2 kilo Diawelligalis rod and the slippery dog to see what I can catch. Nice little bright one in front of me here. Let's try and get a cast over it. Kill that engine because it's going towards it a bit too quick. Keep that twitch going. Keep it on the surface. Yeah. And come back. Right. Surface bite sort of shut down a bit. Gonna go back to the soft plastic. So move back out of the flat, back onto the edge that's just in front of me. And yeah, keep fishing with the plastic on this run-in tide. So if you were still going to fish the top end of the tide and into the run-out tide, my suggestion would be, once it hits the top of the tide, head up onto the flats for an hour or two. Still fish with soft plastics or use your topwater lures and see if you can't find a few nice fish, because at that very top of the tide, the fish will head up. Oh, the fish will be, yeah, there we go. I think it's a tailor. I think it's another tailor. Yeah, it was another tail. And he spat it out right as I got to the boat. So once the tide sort of turns, there's a sort of lull in between once it hits the high tide and starts to run out. There's sort of an hour, I guess, of a lull. So you can still fish it. There are a few things you can go do. You can go target jewfish in like different holes and stuff. They often will bite around a tide change. So you can go spend an hour doing that. Or what I like to do is head up onto the sand flats, grab a surface lure and start fishing the far edges of those flats. Go up as far up as you can and up to the most shallowest parts that are hardly ever touched by people, and you'll be able to find some nice fish up there. Yep. Jesus, that fish whacked it on the way down. Has to be a snapper with that sort of bite. Yep. What'd I say? Beautiful fish, man, but they're not legal. Beautiful little fish, man. Ah, Jesus Christ, they go crazy, man. You're such a snapper bite. Regardless of whether that's 10 k's offshore or in 30 metres of water or in the river here, they all bite the same. 70 centimetre snapper all the way down to a 20 centimetre on the sink and just absolutely hammer it. Another hit on the drop. The next cast, bang, another hit on the drop. Quickly comment below if you know what fish this will be. Did you get it right? It's a snapper. Yeah, another one on the drop. Imagine if it was like a 40 centimetre one in the river, that'd be so good. They are in the river, I've seen people catch them. They're just few and far between, obviously. Another thing that's against me today, but also proof that you don't need a lot of flash stuff for your boat to be able to be successful at soft plastic fishing, is my sound is actually not working. I've got a flat battery at the moment. And I forgot to charge it over the last week, and so I obviously had to run my lights in the morning and couldn't run my sounder, and now the battery's too flat to even run that. So I'm just sort of using Google Maps and knowing the positions or knowing the places where I normally fish and using that to my advantage. So it just proves that you just don't need that big flash motors and all that sort of stuff to be able to be successful at any type of lure fishing. Yep. It's a better one. Pulling line. Still not legal, I don't think. 25 centimetre one. Right, casting it out again. See if we can't catch another one. Another one. There's so many of them. Although you might have just only started soft plastic fishing and these aren't really big fish, it's still rewarding. Just knows that your technique, everything you're doing is correct if a fish is biting it. Literally the next cast. Yeah, that was a better one, but only just hooked. Wasn't a legal one though. Didn't feel like it. Oh, that was a flatty. No. Damn it, I thought it was just another snapper. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We want to get to 2,000 by the end of 2024, and there's about 4 weeks left. So if you're fresh to this channel, I would really love it if you subscribe. It is free, and we post weekly content, whether it be a fishing report or a how-to on a Sunday morning. And yeah, we'll see you next one. Peace out.